What's going on in our school districts in our country right now is there's a theme of take the parents out of the equation, let the kids and the school and the government decide, and screw the parents, and the parents don't know better, we know better. During the COVID era, the whole mask mandates and the whole vaccine mandates that happened, but the mask mandates at school, how would you have stood on that?
I am pro-mask. Obviously I have a child with disabilities because I was very passionate about masking back in 2020, and a lot of
I was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I think it should have been a right. It should have been a right for all of us to decide for ourselves. And plus, I'm not an expert in virology or anything, but the COVID particles are they're still getting through it, and the mask didn't do anything. In fact, Fauci came out and first said,
people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
and then all of a sudden you went to a mask mandate. I just think we should have left it up to parents. What's going on in our school districts in our country right now is there's a theme of take the parents out of the equation, let the kids and the school and the government decide, and screw the parents, and the parents don't know better, we know better. We're seeing that everywhere, from Washington State, where the Senate majority leader up there, Jamie Peterson, said,
kids over 13 have the complete right to make their own decisions about their mental health care. Parents don't have a right to have notice. They don't have a right to have consent about that.
I mean, where do you stand against all that? Are you going to stand for parents' rights?
I mean, obviously I have 3 children and I care very much about how they're being raised and what they're being exposed to. I also have a lot of faith in our educators.
If a kid wants to change his gender, do you think that parents have a right to know?
I would hope that the child would be able to talk to his family. I'd hope that the family would be open
What if they didn't
to
support it?
discussing that. You know, even if my child came to me and said, I'm changing my gender, if I didn't agree with that, it's still my child. I still love them. I still want to support them.
You'd still want to have say over the decisions that your child makes. You don't think the government knows better. That's the issue, is a lot of these governments around the country, left-leaning governments, are taking the spot of parents, and they're saying parents don't have a right. If you don't agree with your kid's choice in life, then we know better, and we're going to let the kid do what they want. And that's the problem.